During my presentation today, I am going to be demonstrating how to tie-dye a t-shirt. It's pretty easy. Anybody can do it. It's something very simple you can just do at home, and then you have your very own piece of clothing that you've kind of made yourself. There's 3 basic steps into doing it. First, you just have to section off your shirt. Then you dye your shirt, and then you sit and let it wait probably about overnight, and then you wash it. Before we get started, I'm going to let you know a list of things that you need. You are going to need just a plain white t-shirt. You're going to need rubber bands, and you also need fabric dye. And it's best if you put the fabric dye into bottles like this. It's easier to dye it and get in the folds. Okay, so that's what we need. First things first, make sure you have a clean, semi-damp white t-shirt. And now you are going to take the t-shirt, you're going to section it off any way you want. You can section it off by just squeezing parts in the middle, and then you just simply tie a rubber band around each part. So once you're done with that, it is going to look something similar to like this. So it's going to give kind of a starburst effect from the inside out of the shirt. Alrighty, so once we have everything tied off with the rubber bands, I've used rope with this, but you can use string or rubber bands, anything that will give it tight sections. And I've used 2 different color dyes here. I've used red and green just to show a good demonstration of the variation in colors. You can use, I would suggest at least 2 colors, but as many as you want, and even if they blend in with one another, it's still going to look really awesome. So it's a fun project that you can't really mess up, and you don't really know what the outcome's going to be, so it's a surprise every time. Alrighty, I'm going to start off with the green. Like I said, you just want to get in the folds with the dye, and I would suggest maybe putting down some newspaper or plastic whenever you do this, because it gets to be pretty messy. So you can pick any section you want first. First, I am going to do the middle. It's a good start. And I'm just going to start squirting the dye on here. I like to just get the outsides real good, and then I put the little nozzle in the folds really well so I can make sure that the dye is getting in those folds real nice. So you know there's going to be a good even amount of coverage for everything. And you almost want it to be so soaked that it's close to dripping, so that way you know once it rinses out and washes that you're not going to lose a lot of your color. Okay, so we have some green right there, and see it's even kind of going on the other sides of my rubber bands. But the whole point of the rubber bands is either you want the white strip between the colors, or you just want it to be a clean cut. But it's fine. Either way, it will keep it from being completely fading into one another color. So now we're going to do the red. I'm going to do this section. Same deal, just get an even coverage. And like I said, you can use any colors you want, as many as you want. The one I'm actually going to show you has far more different colors than this. I'm just using 2 different colors to give you an idea, like I said. Okay, so make sure you get plenty of color on there, load it up. And after you have gotten all of your dye on there, it's best if you leave the rubber bands on there. You want to put it in a Ziploc bag or just like a grocery bag, tie it up real tight. Let it sit overnight, and then after that you want to just rinse it in warm water, wring it out, get the excess dye out, and when you're done, you have an awesome shirt like this. I made this myself a few months ago, and I couldn't be happier with it. So, and then you want to wash it. I'd wash it by itself with cold water, so you don't have to worry about the color bleeding on anything else. And then after that, everybody can just have their own little hippie tie-dye shirt. Thank you.